Okay, let me ask you something quietly. Something most mothers think, but rarely say out loud. Am I a good mother? Not on Instagram. Not compared to anyone else. Not on my best days, but on the days when I lose patience, when I feel tired before the day even begins, when I wonder if I'm doing enough, or if I'm somehow already failing. If that question has ever crossed your mind even once, this message is for you. Across the world, millions of women ask themselves the same question every single day. Not because they are careless, not because they don't love their children, but because they care deeply. Global research in maternal psychology shows something powerful and often misunderstood. The mothers who question themselves the most are often the ones who are most invested in doing things right. In studies observing parenting behavior across cultures, one pattern appears again and again. Self-doubt is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of emotional responsibility. Modern motherhood exists under an invisible pressure that no generation before has faced at this scale. You are expected to nurture, protect, educate, regulate emotions, provide stability, and still remain calm, patient, and present, all at the same time. And you are expected to do it perfectly. From parenting books, from social media, from well-meaning advice, from comparison you never ask for. Experts in child development consistently explain that this pressure creates a dangerous illusion. The illusion that a good mother never struggles, that a good mother never doubts, that a good mother always knows the right answer. But that illusion has no scientific foundation. In fact, leading voices in developmental psychology agree on something very clear. Children do not need perfect mothers, they need real ones. Research spanning decades of parent-child attachment has shown that emotional safety does not come from perfection. It comes from presence, from repair, from consistency over time. A mother who occasionally gets it wrong, but keeps showing up, creates more security than a mother who tries to be flawless, but feels emotionally distant. Think about that for a moment. Your child is not measuring your worth by your mistakes. Your child is measuring safety by your return. Do you come back after frustration? Do you reconnect after a hard moment? Do you try again tomorrow? That is what builds trust. Across multiple global parenting studies, researchers have found that children thrive not under constant happiness, but under emotional honesty. When children see that emotions can exist and still be managed, that mistakes can happen and still be repaired. This is how resilience is learned. Yet mothers often internalize the opposite message, that every mistake leaves a permanent mark, that every moment of exhaustion is proof of failure. Let's slow that narrative down. When you feel tired, it does not mean you are weak. It means you are human. When you feel overwhelmed, it does not mean you are incapable. It means you are carrying something heavy. When you question yourself, it does not mean you are failing. It means you are aware. Awareness is not the enemy of good parenting. It is the foundation of it. Across cultures, across countries, across social systems, one truth remains consistent in expert analysis. Children do not remember perfection. They remember how they felt. Did they feel seen? Did they feel safe? Did they feel allowed to be themselves? Those experiences are built slowly, in ordinary moments, in imperfect days, a calm bedtime, a sincere apology, a hug after a long day, a mother who tries, even when she is tired. Neuroscience research into early emotional development shows that the brain forms security through repeated emotional availability, not through constant positivity. That means something important. You do not have to be happy all the time to be a good mother. You do not have to be calm all the time. You do not have to get it right every day. You have to be real often enough. And often enough is much less than perfection. There is a concept widely discussed in professional parenting psychology called good enough parenting. Not average, not careless, but human. Good enough parenting recognizes that children grow best when they see effort, care, and repair, not impossible standards. So when you worry that you're not doing enough, pause and ask a different question. Am I trying? Am I showing up again? Am I willing to learn? If the answer is yes, then something very important is already happening. You are parenting with intention. And intention matters more than technique. Many mothers believe that confidence comes first, and good parenting follows. But research consistently shows the opposite. Good parenting often comes first. Confidence comes later. You don't feel sure because you are learning in real time, with a real child, in the real world, with real emotions. That uncertainty is not evidence of failure, it is evidence of growth. Even the most experienced parents question themselves. They just learn to sit with the question instead of letting it define them. So if today you felt tired, if today you felt unsure, if today you wondered whether you are enough, let this be clear. The fact that you are asking the question already places you far closer to being a good mother than you realize. Good mothers are not fearless. They are caring. Good mothers are not perfect. They are present. Good mothers are not always confident. They are committed. And commitment shows up quietly. In patience, you don't post. In effort, no one sees. In love that continues even on hard days. So no, you are not failing because you question yourself. You are doing something far more powerful. You are paying attention. And that, across every credible study, every expert conversation, and every long-term observation of healthy child development, is one of the strongest indicators of a good mother. If this moment made you breathe a little easier, remember this. You don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to measure yourself against impossible standards. You are already doing one of the hardest things in the world. You are trying. And that matters more than you think.